Nothing better than celebrating a walk-off victory like the Phillies had last night. It's the Goya Latino family celebration here at Citizens Bank Park. At a gorgeous yet hot night for baseball, the Phils and the Astros go after it for Game 2 of this 3-game series. And the Phils, winners of 3 straight games, a 6-game lead in the division, are looking for 4 in a row. Hey everybody, I'm Tom McCarthy along with John Kruk. We'll hear from Taryn Hatcher in just a little bit. What a thrilling victory for the Phillies last night. Down 2-0, they tie it up, and then they wind up winning it in the bottom of the 10th inning. But there was so much more to it than just the bottom of the 10th, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. But let's look at what Bryce Harper did last night.
Yeah, and Bryce needed it, Tom. He needed some good things to go his way, and it started early for him. And these are Audi electric plays. This is the beautiful swing. When he's on balance and he's driving the ball the other way, you know he's getting really close. A leg double taken off of Alvarez there in left field. And then this game winner off one of the nastiest lefties in all baseball in Josh Hader. Bryce hits one through that hole just out of the reach of Altuve. And we can't say Kyle Schwarber lumbers anymore. He was flying.
Our Rally House quote of the day from Kyle Schwarber about scoring from second. I felt like I wasn't going to stop. I'll tell you that. I told somebody, man, I haven't scored a winning run in a while. I don't even know what to do when I crossed home plate. He said he was wondering if there was going to be anybody there to greet him when he wound up crossing home plate. Obviously, he had to go out and celebrate with everybody else, which was a good thing. Yeah. Now, also a good thing is that was all set up because of really good defense in the top of the inning. So let's look at our Hyundai defensive plays of the game.
Yeah, I mean, this game could have gotten out of hand in that 10th inning, except for a couple plays. Here's Alvarez hitting one down the line. Would have been an easy double. Bryce with that great short hop pick. He gets the out at first. And then with 2 outs, Rojas makes an unbelievable play. The greatest closing speed of any center fielder we've seen this year. And he makes that play. You see Matty Strom giving him the, yeah, I love that play, baby. But our defense was phenomenal in the 10th, and it led to heroics later on.
All right, so the Phillies take game 1, and now we've got game number 2. It is a marquee matchup on paper. Justin Verlander, the active leader in wins in Major League Baseball, against Aaron Nola. We'll talk about it when we return. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Toyota. The Toyota National Sales Event is on. Toyota, let's go places. By Xfinity. Stream Phillies baseball with Xfinity because it's only live once. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at ibx.com.
Content of this ad.
Xfinity keeps Phillies fans in the zone with the fastest speeds and a connection you can rely on in the biggest moments. Stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Xfinity, bring on the good stuff. Well, great pitching matchup here at Citizens Bank Park as we get set for Game 2 of this 3-game series. We alluded to Justin Verlander getting the start for the Houston Astros. Aaron Nola making the start for the Phils. I mean, these guys at their height are premier pitchers. Obviously, Verlander's going toward the end of his career, but he still has some electricity, John.
Yeah, he sure does, Tom, and this is something that the Phillies are going to have to combat themselves against. When Justin Verlander is on, he's going to throw that big curveball, but he's going to elevate the fastball, belt and above, and this is something that the Phillies hitters have to make sure they lay off of that pitch, and hopefully they don't get called strikes. Make him bring it down, you got a chance. If not, he could end your night pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's just got 1 start since coming off the injured list. Meanwhile, for Aaron Nola has been really good recently, and his curveball has been really good recently.
Yeah, and that's a pitch he's going to have, Tom. This offense is pretty high-powered for the Houston Astros, and Aaron has to mix up all his pitches, but that breaking ball and that pitch right there, the 2-seamer to these left-handed hitters for the Astros, has to be spot on. And if so, we could see another matchup like we saw last night with Wheeler and Blanco.
Well, we talk about wins. All right, so our Citizen Stats leaders, Citizens, the official bank of the Phils, some of the top guys in Major League Baseball actively right now. Justin Verlander is number 1 by a wide margin. Aaron Nola is 15th on that list. We just couldn't get a wide enough screen to get his headshot
we know he's there.
On there. That's exactly right. He's going for win number 102 in his big league career tonight against Justin Verlander. All right, so Altuve, Stubbs, just kind of get along. At least height-wise, they get along. Lineups at first pitch when we come back.
Stubbs can post him up.
Pre-game party. Meet NBC Sports Philadelphia's experts for a live Q&A all about the Eagles. Celebrate with special guests and giveaways. We'll see you at the Birds Take Brazil pre-game party next Friday, presented by Toyota, the official automotive partner of the National Football League. Yeah, we are getting closer and closer to week 1 of the NFL season, which means we're getting closer and closer to October. And the Phillies hope that they can get an inch closer to October tonight as they take on the Houston Astros. Here's the Astros lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. Alex Bregman leads it off, and then Yordan Alvarez. Pretty interesting to see the Astros lineup. Facing Aaron Nola.
It's about back to normal for them, right? With Altuve, and
yeah,
there you see Aaron's numbers on the season. Once again, he's going to have over 200 innings pitched. Hopefully he gets a few more wins coming into this. Get to 15 or 16, that'd be great.
Yeah, he and Zach Wheeler both. I mean, they've pitched in somewhat hard luck. StatCast powered by Google Cloud gives us a look at Aaron Nola and his pitch arsenal. Knuckle curve is the dominant pitch, of course, but then if you combine the two fastballs, that supersedes it. I'm with you, though, John. I think the two-seam fastball with Alvarez is going to be really important tonight.
Yeah, and Singleton. He's got to work it in there, and he's got to find it early because these guys can sneak attack you here in the first inning with Altuve and Bregman and Alvarez coming up.
Yeah, the first 3 hitters, Altuve, Bregman, Alvarez, those are the leaders of the pack. But then you've got Yainer Diaz, who's hitting 300 on the year. He's batting in the cleanup spot.
Yeah, and yesterday's cleanup hitter, Jeremy Pena, is down to 6th in this lineup. So
yeah, hang with him.
Yeah.
There's Altuve. He pinch hit in last night's ball game, and he kind of heard it a little bit when he was pinch hitting. I'm sure he's going to hear it again tonight.
Yeah, hopefully only 4 times.
Hopefully only 4 times, and they get louder and louder as it goes on.
He gets to that 5th one, they might have scored some runs. We don't need that. We don't need extra innings again.
Although it was exciting.
It was very exciting. Yes, it was, Tom.
All right, well, here we go. Jose Altuve is ready to walk up to the plate for the Astros. Dan Baker will give him the proper introduction. And the Phillies fans will give him a proper reception as well.
Jose Altuve.
It's going to be hard to duplicate last night. First pitch is brought to you by Audi. Visit your local Delaware Valley Audi dealer today to experience Audi's full lineup of electric vehicles.
By his 3rd at bat, when a lot of the fans are oiled up, Tom, with some Yinglings, it'll be louder.
Well, here you go, Aaron Nola. Looking for win number 102, and the pitch is lined to right center field. A base hit for Altuve. 306 lifetime hitter. That's a career hit number 2,202. And Alex Bregman, Aaron Nola's former roommate at LSU, will come to the plate.
That's got to be weird.
It's got to be weird every single time.
I mean, pitching against his brother, too. I mean, he's had some stuff to deal with out here.
Swing and a miss, 0-1. Bregman's hit in 3 straight. He had 2 hits in last night's ball game. He's been bothered by swelling in his elbow, although he says that it feels the best it has felt in a while over these last couple of days.
I mean, if he wants to take tomorrow off, that'll be fine.
He may take tomorrow off. 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean, you got to keep an eye on Altuve. 18 stolen bases so far. He will run them.
A little cleaner shaven today.
Well, he was 0 for his last 6.
Swing and a miss.
Well, I don't know. He might have been more than that. He was 0 for 5 Sunday night. 0 for his last 8. Yeah, this is a dandy one right there. I mean, Bregman saw that thing middle in the whole way, and then right at the last minute, gone.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Altuve takes a walking lead off first. Not a big lead. Toss over.
Yeah, he had a little false start to pitch before. It looked like if he would have gotten a good jump, he would have gone. But since he didn't, he stayed put. You got to make him stop.
Outside, 2-2. Astros begin play tonight, 3.5 games up over the Seattle Mariners, who have won 2 straight. Astros, meanwhile, in their last 10 are 5-5. A little out in front of that hanger. And it remains 2-2. Phillies, meanwhile, we mentioned this during the open, 6 games up over the Atlanta Braves. They play the Twins today again.
It's got to go better for the Twins than it did last night, doesn't it?
Yeah, they were down 10-1. They made it a 10-6 game.
False hope.
Swing at a foul tip, and Bregman's down on strikes, 1 away.
Well, after all those slow breaking balls, Aaron decides to climb the ladder on Alex Bregman, and after he fouled that one off, way foul, Aaron says, "You know what? I'm going to go upstairs," and that's a great pitch. And grip strength of JT came in handy there. Time to hold on to that foul tip.
Yeah, a little snow cone action. Here's Alvarez. A little toss over to first. Bouncer slowly to the right side.
Tagging.
Stott has it, flips to second for 1. Turner's throw to first, not in time.
Tell you what, though, that's a heck of a play to get Altuve.
I'm surprised after he didn't tag him that he did go that way.
Well, Altuve got past him there before. The last thing you want if you're Bryson Stott is to try to rush it so you think you can tag him, and then you end up bobbling the ball and don't get anyone out. And that flip almost hit Altuve's hand that he raised up when he was sliding. But a great play right there. You get speed off the bases and 2 outs and a runner on first.
Yeah, here's Diaz. Diaz hitting .300 on the year with 16 home runs, 72 runs batted in. He takes outside. He's hit in 10 straight. He had the 1 hit in last night's ball game. 7th in the American League in hits. Hitting .343 since the All-Star break, so he's surging in the second half. 1-1. Fastball on the outer edge.
I still think when I watch Diaz hit, you watch his move, his first move, it looks like he opens up, and you wonder if Aaron can take advantage of that with breaking balls away, but they have to be away.
Yeah, I thought Zach Wheeler did a really good job of that last night with him. Yeah, that one wasn't away far enough.
No.
But he got away with it.
Yeah.
Now he's ahead 1-2.
Now you might be able to bounce a breaking ball away, see if you can get a swing.
He does try to bounce it away. It evens the count up at 2-2.
Bryce has got the mint green working.
Yep.
We'll put some chocolate chips on there. That makes a fine ice cream, Tom.
You think Frankie has that in the lunchroom?
He did yesterday. Not that I had any. I was just looking.
You were just window shopping.
I was window shopping. But I did end up with cherry ice cream.
Well, it happens when you window shop. Sometimes you buy.
Yeah. Lured me in. Come on, Aaron. Finish. Finish him.
There goes the runner. 3-2 pop foul out of play. Astros got Diaz from the Cleveland Guardians in 2021. They acquired Phil Maton, who helped them win a world championship. And they got him from Miles Straw. Runner goes. Pitch foul.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there's Dana Brown, the Astros GM. He's happy that his predecessor acquired Diaz in that deal.
wonder if they can run something in on his hands right now.
Runner goes again. Pitch is swung on and missed. He went with a slow curve. No runs. One hit. One man left, and an 8-pitch at bat produces the second strikeout for Nola. Here's the Phillies lineup brought to you by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live one time. Kyle Schwarber leads things off, and then Trey Turner and Bryce Harper. Alec Bohm, Castellanos, and Stott in the bottom third of Real Muto. Marsh and Austin Hayes.
We ain't scored yet?
We haven't. That's because the veteran right-hander Justin Verlander just completed his warm-up tosses.
Justin is an old-school type pitcher. He's going to elevate the fastball. He will sink it every once in a while, but it's basically a fastball and a big overhand curveball.
41 years old. And the first pitch is whacked on the ground to second, backhanded by Altuve, who flips it over to first. One away. One pitch, one away. And it brings Trey Turner up. He had time, but he did get rid of it pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's just so good. And you know, I can't say 100% for sure, but 99.9 that he works on that play often because he made it look really easy.
Yeah, he threw it kind of to the area, but he knew exactly what he was doing the whole time. Trey Turner 2 for 5 lifetime against Justin Verlander. Not a lot of guys that have a lot of at-bats against him. Hitting .303 overall. Outside 2-0.
And that's the key right there. Got to lay off his breaking stuff and hope he makes a mistake with the fastball. Wouldn't you think he'd have one of them buttons calling his own pitches by now?
Yes, I would have thought that. Although we've come to find out from watching the Greg Maddux documentary that he called his own pitches and nobody knew for years.
Yeah, if he picks his nose, he's going to do this.
It's going to be a curveball.
Yeah.
I always thought he had a lot of boogers.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he wasn't no fun to face, man.
3 balls and 1 strike to Turner. Ball 4. And it brings Bryce Harper up.
Well, I'd say give Bryce an out, a pitch, a strike or two. Try to utilize that hole with Singleton holding Trey on, and I think you got to run. You know, Verlander's big, lanky. Yeah, this is a different Verlander. He threw a lot of breaking balls to Trey right there. First pitch change up to Bryce. Guess when 100 ain't there no more, you got to pitch.
He's always been a smart guy.
Yep. Old Dominion.
Old Dominion, not the country group, the university.
Boy, can you imagine if he was in their group too, and probably get Hall of Fame pitcher and
be very lucrative.
Country Music Hall of Fame.
Fastball inside. He kind of wanted that one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
And you see that there at 91. That is not what we are used to seeing from Justin Verlander. Maybe the Phils can take advantage. Oof.
I would have to think, though, he's got so much seasoning to him, so much smarts, that 91's enough in some ways.
Yeah, but he has to command it. And, you know, you see these 2 pitches here to Bryce. One in off the plate, and then one probably would have been in off the plate, but Bryce swung at it.
Upstairs, 2-2.
That's it right there. That's the one they have to lay off of, Tom. Trey's going.
A little out in front. Remains 2-2. Adams got a long way to go to track this baby down, but he's got it.
Diego didn't give him much help. He kind of gave him the shadow hand wave. Nope, I couldn't catch it. But Adam needs the exercise. Young.
He needs to get loosened up.
Yep.
Big breaking ball.
All right. Base hit, ball 4, first to third, or just score them both, Bryce.
Turner goes. Pitch popped up outside of third, out of play. This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat.
And it is muggy.
There it goes again. Pitch is looped out to center field. That's going to drop for a hit. Turner's going to continue on the third.
Oh, baby.
Myers will get it in. That's a 6-game hitting streak for Harper. Winning the battle and putting runners on first and third for Alec Bohm. That was an 8-pitch at bat, 4 foul balls.
And that ball got in on him, but you know, if he's looking to launch, he's probably going to break his bat and hit a little pop-up somewhere, but stays on that thing and just dumps it in front of Myers out in center field. Now we got some action.
Well, now you got Alec Bohm, who last night was up 4 times in RBI situations, was 0 for 4 in those RBI situations.
Yeah, we haven't seen that much this year where he's failed to drive in runs, but I got a feeling he's going to do something here.
Average at 291. He bounces at foul 0-2. Howdy gives us a look at Verlander's arsenal, and as John mentioned, the 4-seamer used to be high 90s.
Yep.
And it's at 91, 92 right now.
4-seam curveball. There's a slider from him that missed, and he will throw a changeup occasionally, mainly to lefties. Come on, Alex, stay on one.
Check swing. No swing. But it's 2-2.
Gallic had the same reaction.
Well, that was close.
Yeah, it was really close. That will take it.
Out towards second, could be 2. Altuve to second for 1. Pena to first in time. It's a 4-6-3 double play. Bohm slams his helmet down. Phillies leave 1. We'll go to the second. We're making the last home game of the regular season all about you, the best fans in baseball. Join us for Fan Appreciation Night, which will be filled with prizes and surprises on Wednesday, September 25th at 6:05 when the Cubbies are in town. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets today. Jonathan Singleton will lead things off as we go to the top of the second. Singleton, 1 for 3 last night. DH last night, playing first base tonight. And he takes a pitch just off the outside corner, pretty close. And it's 1-0. He does overreact a little bit on those inside pitches. He did it twice last night.
Yeah.
Too.
I think that tells you might want to stay in there every once in a while.
Yeah, you get 2 strikes on him, you might be able to get him on that 2-seamer. Good breaking ball. Ooh. 2-1.
I thought he's going to call that a ball.
Nick Lentz is the home plate umpire. Up behind home plate. That'll go to the C.P. Rankin Club. Would be a nice souvenir for somebody. 2-2. Fly ball out to center field. Brandon Marsh has got a gauge on it. Backpedaling, makes the catch, one away. Taryn, that's almost where the fantasy football golf balls were going today.
Yeah, so Brandon Marsh takes care of John Singleton, and the Phillies took care of some very important business ahead of today's game, establishing their fantasy football draft order with a little game of closest to the pin. Now, I talked to Trey Turner about it, and he said, you know, JT Realmuto, he won. Rob Thompson said, that's not a surprise, quote, because he's JT. I asked Trey Turner how he did, and he said, not well. It's interesting that you see Garrett Stubbs meticulously measuring here, because Trey told me it doesn't matter where I finish in it because we mess up the order every single year. I also asked Garrett Stubbs his favorite fantasy football punishment. He said when he was younger, whoever lost in his buddy's league, they would have to go to the bar dressed up in their prettiest princess dress, just their best dress they could find.
I like that.
Trey said running a 5K in a suit he heard of before. So we'll see what the Phillies go with this season, guys.
Ball's popped up outside of second base, and Castellanos comes in to make the call on the catch. Well, there are 2 outs. All right, so Tarrant, so JT finished closest to the pin?
JT finished closest to the pin, which seemed to come as a surprise to absolutely no one.
He's very good.
I tried to get some clarity on the order after that. Surprise, surprise, no one seemed to remember really what the details were at that point in the situation. So I'm sure this draft order will be rock solid exactly the way the results were earlier today.
I heard Brad Flanders was pretty close to the pin, too. Phillies bullpen catcher. So they're keeping it in the catcher family. Ben Gamble's the batter. Gamble takes low, 1-0.
None of the pitchers won? Or did they not let them play?
Well, at this point, John, we don't know the draft order. We don't know how far they went.
Usually those pitchers are pretty good golfers because they have nothing else to do.
I have played with Jeff Hoffman, and he is a good golfer. I don't think I'll ever play with him again.
That's his choice?
I believe it might be his choice because I think he wants to win. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bounced foul.
Yeah, I got to come up to Clearwater for the Phillies tournament this year.
I had a rock solid team, and I obviously underperformed.
Why can't we have an announcers team?
Well, they did. I wasn't on it.
Oh, wow. You must really stink.
Well, no, they stink too, but 1-2. And a call. Strike 3. Beautiful pitch. 3rd strikeout. 1-2-3 go the Astros. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd, scoreless game. FanDuel presents our live lines. The over-under 7.5. Phillies are currently favored in this one as they bat in the bottom of the 2nd. Obviously, those are subject to change. Castellanos is going to lead it off. Castellanos has hit in 12 of his last 14. His average of 250 with 17 home runs.
Tigers teammates, weren't they?
Teammates, yep.
So Nick with a little smile out to his former teammate.
He's faced him 14 times, though. He's 2 for 14 against him. And a breaking ball outside, 1-0. Verlander is a 3-time Cy Young Award winner. Line drive foul. Also a 9-time All-Star. He's been an MVP, which doesn't happen often for pitchers, that you're named most valuable player.
Yeah, I was working at ESPN when he won that, and I said the pitcher should never win it, and they surprisingly brought him on.
And how'd that go?
Good. I made my point, and he made his point, and the points were all made. And
everybody was happy with it.
Couldn't change the fact that he was the MVP.
That was in 2011 when he won 24 games at an ERA of 2.40. See his career numbers in the regular season against the Phillies. Ground ball left side. Pena, the shortstop, charges it. And 1 out here in the 2nd. Brings Bryson Stott up. Most of his career has been spent with the Tigers and the Astros. And then a very brief 16-game vacation with the New York Mets.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was traded immediately back to the Astros.
So we'll go to Houston next year. Is that the way it is every other year?
It's a crapshoot. I haven't looked at the schedule. We may, but it doesn't reverse every year.
Maybe we can go to the Galleria and ice skate.
We can do that. Tapper over to second. Altuve throws out Stott. Here's the thing, though, John. Sometimes there are professional skaters that are practicing at the Galleria, so you got to pick your times.
What, they don't want us to show them up?
Exactly. I mean, we could.
Pretty nimble on the skates.
Well, once you get rolling,
tough to stop.
We are in Houston. Thank you, Carl. At least it won't be cold. Be in June.
I wonder how far the Woodlands is from where the hotel is in Houston.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Nephew lives down there. Good golfer.
Breaking ball, and it's 1-1.
So far, not a lot of solid contact by anyone. Just what you would expect with two really good pitchers.
Verlander, with all the success, has only won 20 games, and I know it's not a stat that everybody leans on anymore. Only won 20 games twice. 2011, 2019. 2-1 pitch. Off the outside corner, 3-1.
260 wins. He would have to pitch 3+ more years to have a chance at 300.
Yeah, he'd have to average. I mean, yeah, he'd have to average like 13 or 14 wins a year. There's a strike, 3-2. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. He did it last year. He won 13 games last year.
I think JT thought that ball was away.
Zactest 3D says it was away.
You can always trust in JT, baby.
Off the end of the bat, under the glove of a diving Altuve, second hit of the night for the Phils. 2-out single here in the second. It'll bring Brandon Marsh to the plate.
I didn't think that ball was hit that hard. I thought Altuve would have a play on it, but apparently it was hit harder than we thought. It looked like it might have hit the lip and just skipped past Altuve. Let's see if we and JT feeling good about the old legs.
JT is now hit in 5 games. He's hit in 13 of 15. Outside, 2-0. Oh, outside corner. Let me correct myself. One and one. Swinging at a foul. It's 1-2. Well, there's no doubt Brandon Marsh is a fan favorite, right?
Yep. That's my buddy, Frankie LaSpada. Met him at a card signing thing. He's a huge fan of Brandon Marsh. Brandon gave him that headband he's wearing. He won the beard in Ocean City on the boardwalk, shooting the gun into the thing, and that's what he wanted.
The gun into the clown?
Yep.
And a called strike 3. All right, well, his sort of ambiance didn't help the cause there. Strikeout of Marsh. Aaron Nola back to work. Time now for your T-Mobile coverage cam. And think back to the first game of the series in 2022 in the last series of the regular season. If the Phillies didn't win this one, they were in trouble, and it would not have led to the National League pennant. And Aaron Nola that night was magical. He kept them so off balance. And after this, well, the hangover ensued for the next 2 days for the Phils. But they needed this one.
Yeah, nothing at all wrong with that. Aaron did pitch an absolute gem when you needed him most. He showed up, got the Fightins into the postseason.
And a little foreshadowing, that's who the Phillies saw in the World Series a few weeks later after knocking off the Padres to win the National League pennant.
Did someone hit a big home run in that series?
Yeah.
Bedlam at the bank. Scott Fransky, man, that was a great call.
That guy slowed it down like nobody slowed it down before. Bryce Harper. 1 ball and no strikes. From Jake Myers. Off the hands, foul.
And was that when Bryce was DH only?
Yeah. I had to think for a second. It all runs together after a little while.
Tell me about it. You're a fine player, Mr. Harper.
Here's the 1-1. One of the things I remember most about that, the home run, is not only the reaction of the crowd, which was unbelievable, but the reaction from the dugout, which was even better.
Yeah, Reese hopping over the rail.
Yeah. Fly ball left center field, pretty well hit. Marsh on the run out toward Monty's angle, and he makes the catch. 1 out. Dubon coming up. Be there for the only weekend series in September at Citizens Bank Park when the division rival Mets take on the Phils Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 6:40, 4:05, and 1:35. It's Giant Family Day on Sunday the 15th. Get your tickets by going to Phillies.com. Dubon came in late yesterday. He knocked himself out of Sunday night's game. He ran into the wall in the outfield. He pops this one up off home plate, and JT takes care of it for the second out. And here comes Altuve. I don't think Dubon knew where that ball was. Oh yeah, a few more Yinglings.
Yep. Oh.
Watch this fly out to Brandon Marsh. Now Austin Hayes does the right thing here because that carom is so difficult and unpredictable.
And a guy that's only played a handful of games out there in left field.
How about Trey Turner with a little hop? He can't get Altuve. It was a fine try. Infield hit. But how many times, John, have we seen when a ball hits the State Farm sign near Monty's angle where there's nobody to back up the center fielder?
And normally you would think it would be the right fielder that would be sprinting over there, but Austin Hayes, you know, he was there. If that ball hits off the wall, might have kept Myers at a double. Smart play. Fundamental baseball, Tom. Altuve's got to be running early here.
Bregman struck out his first time up. Pops it up. Behind home plate, out of play, just short of the Hall of Fame club. Oh no, it did go in the Hall of Fame club in the first row. Nobody realized it. Might have been better that way.
That's the way I played the outfield, Tom.
2 outs, John.
Bobby Bonilla. What was he thinking? Tagging up from second. Who does that on a fly ball to left? Aaron got Bregman last at bat with an elevated fastball after he got the 2 strikes and some foul balls. Still think that nice hard breaking ball that he struck out Diaz on might be a good pitch here.
Runner goes, pitch low, throw to second base on one hop. He is safe at second. Stott with a really good effort to pick that one. Phillies will look at it underneath. Be the 19th stolen base for Altuve.
That's a tough pitch for JT to throw on. Ball down almost in the dirt, but he still made it close.
Wow, that was really close.
Yeah. How about Bryson Stott though? With the, if his glove didn't have to go up, he might have had him, but stolen base nonetheless for Altuve. Now he got to get Bregman and move on.
3-2. Line drive down the left field line. That's going to hook foul.
That one stunk. That thing right off the end of the bat. Go back to that high fastball again?
I would, the way he missed it the first time. Swing and a miss. He got him. Four-seamer, inner half. Second time he's gotten Bregman. Makes everybody happy here at the old ballpark. One man left in scoring position. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Heard of your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. What a beautiful shot here at Citizens Bank Park, where the Phillies and the Astros are tied at 0.
Another terrible crowd.
Last night the Phillies were just less than 40,000. It's been a while since they were less than 40,000, but we are back in school in the area for a lot of folks. What's up, everybody?
They're not in school.
They are not in school. Austin Hayes leads it off, and it's outside 1-0. Mentioned that Verlander's 3-0 of the regular season against the Phillies. He pitched 2 games in the postseason against them. In the 22 World Series, he went 5 innings in game 1. Phillies won that one 6-5. He allowed 5 earned runs, but then came back in game 5 and he got the win. There's a line drive out to left field. That'll be a base hit going to the wall. Played cleanly by Dubon, and his throw to second not in time. Hayes pulls in with a leadoff double, his 17th double of the year.
Great way to start the 3rd inning. Leadoff double. Hayes, little breaking ball out over the plate, and he just hooks it past Dubon out there in left field. And I thought for a second he played this ball great on the short hop, but his throw kind of had a little. Gary Templeton used to tell me, put a little color in that rainbow.
200th career extra base hit for Austin Hayes, and Schwarber takes a strike. It's 0-1. Grounded out his first time up, grounded out to second base. Fly ball short right. It is way up there. Hayes is going to tag. Gammel's under. It makes the catch. Well, that's not a bad throw at all.
Well, not if you like it
right on the bag.
In the air and perfect.
So 1 away, and here's Trey Turner.
Pretty good number.
Yeah.
Happy we got to witness it. Now let's hope We go witness him touching home plate here pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, Hayes, he had 3 years where he had 22, 16, and 16 home runs. Again, when he was playing for the Orioles this year, he wasn't playing every day. Turner waves at a breaking ball. It's 0-1. Turner walked his first time up. Opposite way, slicing.
Stay
Foul. Off the railing.
But something tells me we're going to get a foul ball in this series. There have been a few that come this direction.
I thought last night was one of the closer ones that we had.
Now, did that go into the visiting?
No,
TV
it landed
booth?
just to the right of us underneath. 0-2 pitch coming. Well, he may have gotten away with one there.
Yep.
1-2.
Tell you what, you talk about a perfect pitch. That is a perfect pitch.
Statcast 3D shows it.
Nothing you can do with that one.
Opposite way, and that's going to get into right field, a base hit. Here comes Hayes. He's going to give the Phils the lead on an RBI single by Trey Turner. It's 1-0 here in the third.
That's just great hit. And he got away with the pitch before, not being called strike 3. And then Verlander goes back out there. And Trey just, you got a hole that big, you don't have to hit it that hard. And let's see, he got some running in him.
Harper singled his first time up on an 8-pitch at bat. Between Harper and Alvarez, those two guys have seen a lot of pitches in these 2 games so far. He loops one out to left, a base hit. And Turner goes to second. First and second with 1 out. Phils don't seem to be done here in this third.
All right, Alec, forget about last night. Forget about your first AB. Start new today. Yeah, look at how he brings his hands in. You know, if he's thinking pull on that ball, the bat's just shattered, explodes, and probably nothing good to come out of it. But that is just special when you could flip one out there to left field like that.
Swing and a miss by Bohm. You mentioned that Alvarez and Harper have seen a lot of pitches in this series. Harper's seen 34 pitches so far in this series. Meanwhile, Alvarez had had 22 pitches in last night's series. That's a lot of pitches for 2 guys.
Well, 2 guys with that kind of power, you got to be careful with them.
That's foul. But it's 0-2.
Alec, quit thinking, man. He's getting angry.
Yeah.
And when I was his age, I was the same way. And Greg Nettles told me, he said, son, the people in that other dugout could care less if you're struggling.
Check swing. I've heard Rob talk about this too. He said that when you show emotion, he said, and sometimes it's warranted.
Yeah.
But if you do it consistently and the other team does see it, they can feed off of it.
Yep. I mean, that's all sports. Some guys struggling. Staying on your team, you want to continue to struggle.
Swing and a miss. Now 17 for his last 71 with runners in scoring position. Now, just to put it in perspective, through May, he was at 383 with runners in scoring position. But since that time, he's about 240.
Yeah, but you look at these last 2 games with runners in scoring position, and, you know, he's swinging at balls and getting behind in the count.
0-1 to Castellanos.
Come on, Nick.
Curveball hit in the air out to left field. Dubon's going back. Doesn't matter. It's gone. A 3-run home run. And the Phillies take a 4-0 lead. '18 home runs, 71 runs batted in for Nick Castellanos.
Hey, the beautiful thing about Nick Castellanos is he could have just, you know, after the first half, he could have just said, it's just not my year. You talk about fighting and battling back to put up numbers, and that is huge to pick up his teammate. Alec Bohm left 2 guys out there, and Nick picks him up.
Watch where this one goes, John. You know, Verlander frustrated. 12 home runs allowed now for Verlander. Check swing. He went.
Oh, wow.
Down the left field line, out of play. 1-2. By the way, there's a lot of red out in the crowd, but there's also one big green thing out in the crowd too. Look at this home run by Castellanos. Look at the fanatic. Low, front row.
Just wonder he didn't try to climb over the people.
I thought he might. Grounder foul. Who'd you guys sit with tonight? Oh, we sat with the Fanatic.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what did you do? No, we sat with the Fanatic.
Hey,
Good.
Dad, what's all that green stuff all over you? Well, you know.
That's what happens when you sit with the Fanatic.
Yep. Sometimes that wind picks up and that stuff falls off.
2-2. Check. This time he didn't go. Fly ball left center field. Not that deep, playable for Myers. He waits. But the damage is done. The Phillies get 1 on a single by Turner and then 3 on a bomb by Castellanos. 4-0 Phils as we go to the 4th. This RAV4th inning is brought to you by Toyota. Visit Toyota.com to find your 2024 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Aaron Nola getting ready to go to work. He's got a 4-0 lead. So far he's got 7 swings and misses, which is a really good number through 3. StatCast gives us a look at them and where the location is and the pitches. Now he's obviously making a concerted effort to go up and then with that cutter in. So a good pace for Aaron. 4 strikeouts so far.
A good pace, and he and JT are working well together.
Well, here's Yordan Alvarez.
I got to talk to JT tomorrow. I got to figure out what's all on that wristband thing.
The scouting report that he's got around it, like he's a quarterback.
Yeah. See all that's like what?
Oh, I see it.
I got to find out what that is. Be nice, have a nice shutdown inning.
2-1.
I was talking to Gene Diaz. You know, he was PR guy with the Astros, but he was a PR guy when I was playing here in Philly. We were talking about Alvarez. And I said, I tell you what, man, that ball comes off his bat like we haven't seen. And he said, you know, he does have unbelievable power. He said, but he's just a really good hitter.
He is a really good hitter.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
There's Gino.
Gino.
Listen to the Commodores right now while watching the game. Like every good PR guy does, just to calm his nerves.
Let's hope in a few innings we could be singing "Sail On." Gino. That's a Commodore song, right?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
It's either that or Crystal Cross.
Or Easy Like a Sunday Morning.
Ground ball foul.
I would like to be a PR guy with the '93 Phillies.
How would you like to be a writer with the '93 Phillies?
That's a good point too, Tom.
Topper back toward the mound. 1-3 on the putout. Tomorrow, don't forget, the Phillies are taking on the Astros at the final game of this 3-game series. It's Independence Blue Cross Senior Stroll the Bases. All fans 55 and older get a chance to take a walk around the bags. Game time is 4:05. There are some seats still available, John. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets.
Why did you hand me that?
I thought you were asking for it. Diaz hits one foul.
We need to send Christine home. She's a little. Uh-oh. Here comes that elder abuse again. I think you're doing a fine job, Christine. We're lucky to have you. Good pitch.
0-2, top of the zone.
That might have been a little above top of the zone, but strike's a strike, Tom.
Old foul. Framber Valdez fields it with his hat in the dugout.
We miss him.
We do miss him.
Whoops. Get that sharp breaking ball down and away from him right here, Aaron, and let's move on.
Swing and a miss.
Wow.
He got him. 5 strikeouts, 9 swings and misses so far. And John Singleton.
Tell you what, this is some pitching. I mean, he got that. You know, Diaz had to be thinking, all right, 1 and 2, he's got to be throwing a breaking ball here, and he elevates that fastball and gets it by him.
Breaking ball low. It's 1-0.
Tell you what, they've done wonders to that grass after the Springsteen concert.
Oh, they did. They did a really good job.
Looks great.
Breaking ball. That's in for strike 2 and 1.
Oh, wow.
2 and 2. Well, you may hear something about that.
Yeah, it might be some conversation.
Well, he's called it consistently, it seems, anyway. Tried to go with a changeup, and it just ran off the outside part of the plate.
They're sponsored by Oxy. Is that the
Oxy.
spray stuff that gets stains out?
I don't think it's the same thing. I think it's I believe it's some form of energy company.
Or maybe they have Oxy to get the stains out from the energy.
They could go hand in hand.
I'm a big fan of the Oxy stain remover.
Oxy, the stain removing company, I believe is OXI. I believe.
Look who's the smart one in the room.
Occidental Petroleum. Thank you, Carl.
Carl's on top of stuff.
Three balls, 2 strikes to Singleton, and the pitch coming in from Nola. Upstairs, ball 4, so he does walk. First walk issued by Aaron. Jeremy Pena coming up. Pena flied out to right field his first time up. So that's an 8-pitch at bat.
A little hiccup right there for Aaron. Now get back in the zone here and get Pena and get that shutdown inning.
He's at 20 right now. Inner half.
It seems like Aaron's changing speeds too on his breaking ball.
I would agree with that.
That was a slower one. He threw a couple slower ones to Bregman to get him way out front. And then he struck out someone on might have been Diaz on that hard, sharp breaking ball.
No balls, 2 strikes to Pena. Grounded foul.
You got the best fielding ball girls in the game.
Very smooth.
They don't miss many.
Fly ball center field into the twilight. Marsh does see it on the edge of the stage. Makes the catch. Astros leave 1. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. Phil's up by 4. This RAV4 inning is brought to you by Toyota. Visit Toyota.com to find your 2024 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. This great ballpark has so many amenities to it. It's such a gorgeous night. You can get great tickets, see what's going on in Ashburn Alley. Just go to the MLB Ballpark app. They'll complete your next visit to this great yard. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Just a gorgeous night to take in a ball game. I mean, what else would you be doing except sitting on your recliner and doing absolutely nothing?
Hey, you wouldn't think the kids would have homework first day, would you?
Well,
Second day?
There's certain people that come to the game that wear Veteran Stadium t-shirts that couldn't help with the homework. JT will lead it off. Oh, 0-1. He singled his first time up. There's that slider from Verlander. Way up there. That's going to be into the seats over the Astros dugout and out of play. She's very excited. We all are. The count 2-2 to JT. Reaches out, pokes it to right field. Gammel's on the run, and he'll get there. A few steps from the track, makes the catch, one away. And there comes Brandon Marsh. It is fairly remarkable what the Astros have been able to do with, and everybody's dealing with injuries. I mean, there's no doubt. Braves are dealing with them. The Phillies dealt with them. Probably not to the extent of the Braves, but you know, not having Tucker out in right field is a huge loss for this team. Defensively, yes, but more offensively than anything else.
Yeah, you know, you throw him in there with Altuve, Bregman.
It just lengthens their lineup.
Alvarez, Diaz, and Tucker. You know, you're talking about running the gauntlet there.
Line drive, base hit it to center field for Marsh. Brother Marsh is starting to pick it up again.
Yes, just when we needed it. Yeah, that was an old chuck and duck there by Verlander. He chucked it and then had to duck because that thing was coming right back at him. Ain't nothing better as a hitter. Well, hitting a home run's nice, but you hit a line drive back at the pitcher, it's a pretty good feeling.
Hayes bounces that one off the top of his foot. Runner goes, pitch high, and Marsh is going to have a bag stolen. 15th stolen base. Well, he was rolling.
Yeah, he got a great jump on Verlander. You know, we saw it in the first inning when Trey was on. had a modified slide step, did Verlander, and that one there, the leg just came all the way up. Marsh picked a great pitch to go on.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. Club. Just short of it. Page having a little chat with himself.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Verlander got away with one there. That was similar to pitch that Nick hit out. What are they doing?
Well, Mark's in retirement, Mark Zumoff,
yeah,
so he's probably trying to pick up a new hobby. Greg Farnese's teaching him the ropes on how to do a camera. Go ahead, Greg. Let him operate the camera for a moment.
Come on, get in there. Get in there.
Yeah. This should go really well.
He's a professional, Tom.
Swing and a miss. And 3 strikeouts. So Zoo is doing podcasts, but that's just not enough. So that's why he's operating the camera. Greg, you got to let go, Greg. You got to let go.
Yep, sometimes you got to let him run with it.
Got to let him run with it. Whatever comes out of it, comes out of it. All right, here you go, Zoo. There's your shot. Oh, man. Whoa. 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 What a no.
Got a little tipsy.
Ooh. Felt like I was driving in the car with my dad driving. Yeah. Gas off, gas off. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, 1-1. All right, that's a little bit better. I wonder if he's nervous at all.
He doesn't look like it.
It'd be awesome if you followed the ball.
Greg, positive reinforcement. It would be awesome if you followed the ball. It would be awesome. He's trying to get in the union. He wants another pension. Fouled back. Wonder if he got the foul ball.
It's a 2-man job.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just like learning how to ride a bike.
That's Zoo, though. You got to take the training wheels off and let him go. And so he crashes. It happens.
Inside, 2-2.
It would be interesting if Kyle hit a line drive out toward there.
It would be very interesting. Attaboy, Pete. Good numbers with 2 outs and runners in scoring position for Kyle. He's got a runner in scoring position here. The Phillies up 4-0. Verlander's last 4 games, in the first 4 innings of those games, he has an ERA of 7.04. Opposition hitting .338 against him. That's a big difference from the first 4 innings of his first 8 starts, when his ERA was 1.97. They're making him work there. He's up to 81 pitches. Swing and a bouncer out towards shortstop. Pena guides it over to first, and the inning is over. 8-pitch at bat to Schwarber. 1 man left in scoring position. We're on to the 5th. Phillies up 4-0 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. It was a great celebration last night. It was captured by cameras everywhere, Taryn.
by cameras everywhere. We know Joel Embiid. He's an NBA MVP, a gold medalist now, a Phillies fan, and also apparently a videographer. This is video taken from Joel Embiid's Instagram story last night, watching Bryce Harper walk it off. I love Kyle Schwarber coming across home plate there. What Kyle had to say after the game, he said, I wasn't going to stop. I'll tell you that. I wasn't going to stop until I slid to home plate. Haven't scored a winning run in a while. I didn't know what to do when I crossed home plate. He did have a literally huge fan behind home plate, so I can see how that can be a little bit intimidating. It's just a shame Joel's not here today because he's a Skechers guy. Aaron Nola's a Skechers guy. They can bond over their Sketcher wearing.
Wow.
You know?
Kind of bring it all together.
Uniform talk, Tom.
That's
Uniform
right.
talk.
Skechers are very comfortable. Just ask Mike Schmidt. That was kind of cool, though, to see that when Joel posted it. We talked about how the person stood up in front of him, and then he blocked everybody out by standing up.
The whole section.
1 ball, no strikes to Ben Gamble here in the 5th. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Gamble struck out looking his first time up. Nola has struck out 5 through the first 4 innings. Line drive, base hit into left field. He's had just the 1-1-2-3 inning, as Gamble's hit in 4 straight. Jake Myers flied out to left center his first time up. Ground ball toward the hole. Diving is Turner, and it's just under his glove and into left field. So first and second with nobody out. Time now for the minor league report presented by SEI, building brave futures. And Jim Haley, the veteran, just keeps on keeping on. 15 games this month, 7 RBIs, 3 doubles, 3 for 4, 2 RBIs, and a 13-2 win over Rochester. Yvonne takes inside. Jim Haley scored a run in tonight's ball game for Lehigh Valley. Way inside.
All right, JT, getting back on track.
Liner out to center field, right at Marsh, and he'll make the catch. We had 1 out. And now the top of the order, Jose Altuve, who is 2 for 2, is due up. Altuve singled to right his first time up, and then reached on an infield hit his last time to the plate. Well, a few more Yinglings in.
Yep, getting a little louder.
They appeal. And Will Little says no swing.
He didn't. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
2,203 hits for Altuve in his career. Lifetime 306 hitter. This season had really good numbers with runners in scoring position. Remarkable what he's been able to accomplish. As small as he is, but he's packed a pretty good punch for a lot of his career.
He's a pretty strong young man.
That's in there for strike 2 on the outside corner. 2-2. Gamble off second, Myers off first. One down here in the top of the 5th. Swing and a looper out towards center, and it's caught
Attaboy,
by a reaching Trey Turner. 2 men down.
Ooh. He was an inch or two shorter. He wouldn't have come up with that one. Up that thing right off the end of his glove. That is huge. That ball drops, man. You're looking at a huge inning possibly for the Astros now. It's going to take a 2-out hit to score anyone.
And he's gotten Bregman twice on strikes. Outside 1-0. 7 fly ball outs for Aaron Nola. 5 strikeouts so far for Aaron. There you go. There's the distribution. Just 2 ground outs. Verlander pacing in the dugout. Nobody up in the bullpen for the Astros. Fly ball down the right field line, foul territory. Harper gives it a look. It's out of play. And it's even now 2-2.
He's got Bregman caught in between. He's ahead of the breaking ball, behind in the fastball. And let's hope that continues for a few more at bats.
Fly ball right center field. Pretty well hit. Castellanos, though, is there on the track. Makes the catch. And the inning is over. No runs. 2 hits. 2 men left. Middle of the 5th. Phil's up 4. For the 10th straight year, NBC 10, Telemundo 62, and NBC Sports Philadelphia want you to help clear the shelters. Now until September 10th, help find loving homes for our area's pets. Go to cleartheshelters.com to find a participating shelter near you. Astros and Phillies fans sitting together. Teddy bears together. All's right in the world. Trey Turner will lead it off against Justin Verlander. Turner is 1 for 1. Walked his first time. Drove in a run his last time. Gave the Phils the early lead. Taylor Scott is warming up in the background for the Astros. Line drive left field. Dubon. He froze for a moment, but makes the catch. 1 away. Bryce Harper coming up. Here is Taylor Scott.
Oh,
That's pretty consistent. It's been a strike.
Yeah. I'm sure it's tough for the players to get on page with that, Tom.
Might be tough for them.
On both sides.
Outside 2-1.
Verlander's just not sharp. And the Phillies have taken advantage of that.
Fly ball left field. Dubon is over and under it. And he puts it away for the second out. 2 away here in the 5th inning.
Bryce a little upset. He missed that one. Would you call that color mint or seafoam?
I'm going to go mint. Or maybe lime. Mint or lime. Ground ball to shortstop. He told me what color it was when we were in Arizona. 6-3 on the putout. 1-2-3 go the Phils. We're going to the 6th in a 4-0 game. Cross Philly of the week is Mr. Dependable. Season after season, Aaron Nola can be counted upon to rack up the quality starts. And he's at it again in 2024 with 16 so far. In his last 2 outings, Nola allowed just 2 runs over 12 innings of work in a pair of Phillies victories. It's consistency you can count upon. And that's why Aaron Nola is our Philly of the Week. Brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Well, he's kind of carried that over to here tonight. 5 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts. And Aaron has had remarkable numbers against the Astros overall. In fact, he came into this ball game through the first 3 innings tonight. He has an ERA of 0.38 during the regular season against the Astros. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
And it's just getting better and better.
Yeah, and he had last inning a couple guys on base. He's had some guys on base, but man, he has made pitches when he's needed to.
Well, here's Yordan Alvarez, who's 0 for 2. Fielder's choice and a ground out to the mounds. And he whacks it foul. It's 0-1. In Minnesota, the Braves and the Twins, who played a long one last night because of the rain. Well, that one is at the bottom of the 2nd. It's 2-0 Atlanta. Phillies are 6 games up over the Braves right now in the National League East. Meanwhile, for the best record in the National League, the Phillies are battling the Dodgers right now. This play began today. The Phillies had a .588 winning percentage, 77 wins, 54 losses. The Dodgers .595, 78 and 53. If the Phillies and the Dodgers tie at the end of the year, the Phillies have the tiebreaker for best record because they won the season series. 1-2. Brewers are not far behind. The Brewers 75 and 55. They're a game and a half behind the Phillies for the number 2 spot, which is so important because if you finish with the 3rd best record, even though as a divisional winner, you're playing in that wild card round. That one's sliced out to left, and Hayes runs it down. 1 out here in the 6th inning. Beautiful shot. Jimmy's up in the upper deck. Pretty amazing what this place looks like and has looked like this entire year.
Pretty much full every night.
Diaz lifts one to center. Playable for Marsh. That'll be one pitch. And there are 2 outs. Well, that is unbelievably helpful.
That is huge. 88 pitches for Aaron. Get through this inning. Singleton had a long at bat his last one.
Yeah, 8 pitches his last time up.
Worked a walk. We don't need that here. But he has a quick at bat here.
See the pitches by inning. It's the 4th inning where he threw 24. There you go. Still strong at 93 miles an hour. Oof, that's a good pitch.
Wow.
Just missed according to the home plate umpire.
You see JT's body language. He thought he had one too. That's the guy right there, Tom. It's all that matters. What he thinks. See, Aaron's really shook up about it. I tell you, his fastball though, both the sinker, 2-seamer, whatever. I mean, the velocity's stayed right there, 90, 93, 94.
Check swing, ground ball back to the mound. And Nola will take care of it. Another 1-2-3 inning. Well, I should say the first 1-2-3 inning. 6 in a row retired. Phillies baseball is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Pennsylvanians are scratching their way to fun thanks to PA Lottery scratch-offs. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. And by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. There's Nick Castellanos in the dugout. Well, his home run, our giant home run replay, is a huge difference in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, he got a hanging breaking ball from Verlander and deposited it out in the left field seat, not far from the Fanatic. And that's our giant home run replay, brought to you by our friends at Giant. That's been it. 1 inning of scoring.
Yeah. Justin Verlander is out. Taylor Scott is in. And he delivers outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Scott, 57th game. He's been very good for them. A 1.89 ERA.
Yeah, a little short armor, drops down.
Verlander allowed a 3-run home run to Castellanos. He's allowed 3 3-run home runs this year. He allowed 3 from 2018 through 23 combined.
Jeez.
1 and 2.
So what you're saying is he was pretty good?
No, he was really good.
You know, that's the thing. You see these great pitchers, and Justin Verlander, for all intents and purposes, is going to be a Hall of Famer.
No doubt.
And people have to come out and watch, because you just, you know, you don't know when you're ever going to see him pitch again.
You don't know when you're going to see somebody win 250 games.
Yeah,
again.
that's a ton.
Castellanos pokes it foul. Swing and a miss. And Nick goes down on strikes. 1 away. Bryson Stott's coming up. Let's check in with Taryn.
Well, Tom, tonight's Blue Moon bright spot is none other than Mr. Bryson Stott. In his last 7 games and 24 at-bats, he's had 10 hits, 3 runs, a double. His OPS, 881. It's a major turnaround when you look at the 7 games prior to that. He was batting 192 with a 250 on-base percentage. I talked to Rob Thompson about Stott today. He said, I think he's starting to get back to who he is. He said that every hitter goes through it, tough luck, having at-bats, hitting live drives at people. They think they need to change a bit, then they change too much, then they develop bad habits. He feels like that part of the snowball has slowed down for Bryson, guys.
Yeah, I think it's evident, and I think these last few games have been really good for him.
Yeah.
Even though he just, flied out there.
Yeah, that 4-hit game in Kansas City probably did wonders for his psyche, especially when he was line drive over the, off the first baseman's glove, line drive off the third baseman's glove,
And then the bad hop base
and
hit.
the bad hop.
Real Muto to center field, pretty well struck. Myers going back out toward the wall, reaches up, he can't hang on. It's off his glove, then the fence. And Real Muto is into second base with a double, 2-out double. This is another guy who's starting to hit again.
Yes, 2 hits already for JT. Boy, I thought Myers was going to get to that one and make a great play. Almost an Aaron Rowan type play, but couldn't quite come up with it.
Bet 365 gives us the odds on whether Brandon Marsh will get a hit here. It's plus 425. That double, by the way, for JT was his 250th. Outside, 1-0. John, was Patrick dancing in the background of that shot?
Yeah, I think it was. It wasn't pretty. He's got that TV in front of him, too, so if we ever show him again, I'm going to draw something on it.
Opposite way, 1-2. There's Patrick from Uncle Bill's. He's got a little sun in him.
Yeah, that's either suntan or a bourbon burn.
Suntan or a bourbon burn. Swing and a miss. And bookend strikeouts, no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We'll head to the 7th, 4-0 Phils. Time now for your Delaware Valley Honda Dealers game summary as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Aaron Nola, 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, 4 hits. Nick Castellanos, a 3-run home run. Trey Turner's got an RBI as well, and the Phillies lead it 4-0. Trying to win their 4th consecutive game after some bumps in the road for most of August, for a good amount of July. And Nola will begin the 7th inning against Jeremy Pena, Ben Gamble, Jake Myers. Those are the scheduled hitters for the Houston Astros. We'll see if he gets through this whole inning or not. Aaron normally pitches well in the month of August. His last 3 starts have been excellent, even though he hasn't gotten a decision in the last 2. The Phillies have won the last 2. They haven't scored a whole lot of runs on his behalf.
Yeah, there's Orion Kirkering warming up just in case. Well, it gets muggy, and that's when the LSU Louisiana comes out.
That's right. Oh, 1. 0-2. It's probably one of the better cutters he's thrown tonight.
Yeah, that was perfectly located. He hasn't thrown as many changeups, but his 2-seamer and that cutter and the breaking ball has been so good, he hasn't really had to yet.
In the dirt, 1-2. Tried to check his swing. Did it go? And he did, says the home plate umpire. So one out here in the 7th inning. Tampa Bay Rays are coming to town in a couple of weeks. It begins Monday, September 9th at 6:40, a 3-game series. All 3 games are at 6:40. And a big one on the last day. It's First Responders Night, presented by Toyota. Purchase your tickets now by going to Phillies.com.
Well, looky there, Tom.
Yeah.
Nick signed a ball for him and a Schwarber foul ball.
Wow, that's cool.
That's helpful.
That's a night.
That's a great night.
Not like that Oakland A's fan who caught 3 foul balls. Brought his glove.
There's the Nicky Castellanos signed ball and Kyle Schwarber foul ball. That's a good night. Phillies are winning. Nola's pitching great. Let's hope this continues. He's going to go home a happy camper.
Yeah.
Something to tell all the kids at school tomorrow, since he's been on TV.
Think he's going to share one?
Well, he's not going to share the Castellanos ball. That's autographed. If he can get Schwarber to sign that other one, he's keeping both of them.
100 pitches now for Nola.
I think he's fine.
Fouled away. Kirkering just waiting just in case. Caleb Ferguson warming up top for the Astros. Yeah, the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit on the ground to third. Gobbled up by Alec Bohm. Across the diamond in time. 7 shutout innings for Aaron Nola. First time since the 24th of June that he's gone 7 innings in a ball game.
Studio, Michael Barkamp, Ben Davis, Ruben Amaro Jr., and the way Aaron Nola has pitched, he's allowed 2 earned runs in his last 3 outings. Assuming that is it, we can assume that 0.95 in the span. Pretty good.
Yeah, he's been masterful tonight. The fastball, I love, he's been able to ratchet it up. He'll throw it in from 90 up to 94, 95, and his breaking ball tonight was just devastating. And just when he was missing with that fastball, it was down.
So far, the Phillies, they got 4 runs. Looks good. I like that. When they get 4 runs or more, they're usually winners. Like to see a couple of more tacked on, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no question about it. He'd love to add on, but nice job by Castellanos. You got a hanging breaking ball, stayed on it, and drove it out of the ballpark. He's been the most consistent hitter they've had in the last 2 months. He's been outstanding. He's come a long way from the beginning of the year, and he picked us up again today.
Looking forward to talking to John Kruk in the post-game show. Yes!
Yeah.
As always, Tommy, take it.
All right, Michael, thank you. Appreciate that. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, Caleb Ferguson will take over for the Astros. 52nd game for him. Austin Hayes will lead things off. 7 innings, no runs for Aaron Nola. Nice way for him to finish up his September games. Looks to be August games before we go into September. Austin Hayes is 1 for 2. Swing and a miss, 0-1. It's sharply into left field, a base hit. So Hayes has 2 hits tonight.
I don't think it would hurt to add on.
No, I think what the guys were just saying, it would be nice to add some more runs. Kyle Schwarber coming up. There's Aaron Nola on the bench. He's most likely done for the night as Ruiz starts to warm up.
We talk about the splits of Kyle. Hitting better against lefties average-wise, so this is right up his alley.
Oh, popped up out to shallow right field. Backpedaling is Altuve. He waits, and he makes the catch, so 1 away. Earlier today, it was nice to be at the SEI complex in Oaks, Pennsylvania, with Kyle Schwarber and Milt Thompson. The SEI employees donated 500 pieces of youth baseball and softball equipment to Kyle Schwarber's family and to the Little League in Middletown, Ohio, where he's from. He's spearheading the restart of the Middle Way Baseball League for students in grades kindergarten through 5th. And some of that equipment will also go to the RBI program, the Phillies RBI programs. We had a chalk talk, a little Q&A with Milt, who was fantastic, and Kyle. There's a line drive base hit to right center field. Hayes high stepping his way to third. He'll get there. It'll be first and third with 1 man down. Anyway, it's always great to be in the presence of Kyle Schwarber and his family, but it was a really cool event, and tip of the cap to the folks at SEI for having their employees donate all of those items. There were gloves, there were helmets, there were bats, there were baseballs, all kinds of things. Catcher's gear. So many things that kids.
He gets it.
Yes.
He does a lot for veterans, first responders in Philly.
Yep.
And now he's taking care of his hometown in Ohio with the Little League and all, and he's a class act.
Yeah, he and his wife, Paige, they're also founders of the Schwarber's Neighborhood Heroes.
Class act.
I will tell you that I've heard a lot of the stories from Milt and from Kyle before, but it was really neat to listen to them talk about just winning and the culture of winning, which we see even here. All right, so first and third, 1 out. Phillies up 4-0. Harper up, and he taps the first pitch foul. It's 0-1. SEI, who sponsors our minor league report every night on here on television, also one of the big partners for the Phils. Their billboards up on the big Fanavision board right now. The 1-1. Harper is 2 for 3. Line drive back toward the middle, caught by Pena, who was perfectly placed. And now 2 outs.
Now, Alec, take a deep breath. Remember how to hit. Tell you, another good swing by Bryce. Put that ball right on the screws, but Pena shading him up the middle. Easy play for him. Now, get a good, if you're going to swing at the first pitch, make sure it's a good one.
That wasn't a good one.
Nope. If he swung at that one, he wasn't going to hit it. Just breathe, man. Breathe.
Upstairs, 2-0. The way the Phillies are playing right now, that Yingling would go down smooth anyway.
And a lot of it.
Yeah, but he's a happy customer.
You ain't kidding. God hates a quitter, Tom.
He's also very quick.
God hates a quitter. That man wasn't quitting on that one, was he?
Little looper out towards center field. On the run is Altuve, and it's going to clip off the glove of Pena. One is in, the whole Turner. That'll be a base hit for Bohm, and the Phillies lead it 5-0. No man's land.
Did that give him another double?
They did score an RBI double.
Yeah.
So that's 44. 89 runs batted in.
I thought for just a second Dusty might send Trey. I think you're lucky that Myers kept that ball in front of him. That's the best feeling in the world. You're jogging to first, thinking, oh boy, I got jammed to hit a blooper, and then it drops. No one's at second. Double.
And here's Castellanos. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Line drive out to right field. Going back on it is Gamble. He's there, and he makes the catch. Phillies get one. Little insurance here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll go to the 8th. It's 5-0. Phil's on top. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your Philadelphia area Chevy dealers. Visit Chevrolet.com and by Rally House. Shop the best selection of Phillies gear at Rally House. Your city, your house, Rally House. 7 strong innings for Aaron Nola as we go to the top of the 8th inning. And Jose Ruiz will take over out of the bullpen for the Phillies. 41st game, 4.05 earned run average for Ruiz. How about 9 in a row by Aaron to finish off this outing tonight?
Yeah, he had traffic in each of the first 4 innings, and then the last 3 he was just dealing.
So it'll be 9-1-2 for Ruiz. Dubon leads it off. He's 0 for 2. Swing and a miss, 0-1. How about this Phillies bullpen? Our stats with Lowe's. The last 7 games, Phillies bullpen has been under 2 with its ERA. 1.46. Bunt up the third base line. It's a really good bunt. And Ball makes a really good play. He got him! They're going to look at it. Well, maybe he didn't get him. It looked pretty good.
Houston is challenging the outcall at first base.
Yep, that's a base hit. That's a smart play, too, by Dubon, because Alec was playing back.
Here's the whole play. Look how far back he was. And this is the definitive look right there. Foot is on the bag.
Yep.
Ball is yet to arrive. And here's Lance Barksdale.
Maybe.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Houston will retain their challenge.
Hey, what? That's still a heck of a play to make it that close.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking, just eat it and give it back to Ruiz, and let's hope we can turn a double play here on Altuve, but it made it closer than what you would think. Oh, yeah, the faithful are oiled up now.
Altuve is 2 for 3 tonight. Take strike 1. Popped up outside of first. Harper's on the run. Foul territory toward the netting, and it drops between Bryson and Castellanos. Swing and a miss. That doesn't happen often, but it happened tonight. They get Altuve fishing. And one away.
That's a huge out. Altuve with a couple hits today, but Ruiz with that great fastball, and then he drops that breaking ball. You see how far out in front Altuve was.
Bregman takes one down and away. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Off the hands, Bloop back to first. Harper on the run, and it's just going to drop freely again. There's just nothing you can do about that. Every time a Phillies pitcher throws a pitch of 95 or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Harper and Bryson Stott having a laugh as they get their wind sprints in. Up behind home plate, out of play. We'll do it again. I don't remember him grunting like this.
Tell you what, you face Altuve, Bregman, and Alvarez up next. You might be doing more than grunting.
Three and two. That one's out to center field, right at Marsh, who waits, puts it away. 2 away here in the 8th inning. And here comes Alvarez, who is 0 for 3, 1 for 7 in the series.
Aaron had a lot of success on Alvarez with the breaking ball. Let's see if Ruiz can get the same here.
1-1. It's sharply towards short, past the diving Turner into left center field. Trey was shaded toward the middle. All right, so first and second with 2 outs. On base streak is now up to 20 games for Alvarez. He's hitting over 350 here in the month of August. There's Altuve, who went down on strikes for the 102nd time this year, which is a career high. To Diaz. 2.
Go back up there one more. See if he'll chase it again. Make sure it's up and away, not up and in.
Fouled off.
Bryce is like, man, I ain't running there for that.
Another one fouled away.
Go back up there.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Ruiz with a scoreless 8th inning. He leaves 2, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Fills up 5-zip. Now's your chance to bid on autographed items from your favorite current and former Phils through the Phillies Charities Auction. Items include, hey, a John Kruk autographed baseball,
Yes,
Charlie
indeed.
Manuel autographed bat, Bryce Harper autographed powder blue jersey. Place your bids at Phillies.com/auctions today. Carson Stott's coming to the plate. Phillies scored 4 in the 3rd. 3-run home run by Castellanos. They scored 1 of the 7th on an RBI double by Alec Bohm. So they lead at 5-0. Braves are up 2-0 in the 5th inning of their game against the Twins. First pitch is in there, 0-1. Stott 0 for 3 tonight. Off the end of the bat, and it's 1-2.
So,
Tanner Banks warming up, John.
yeah, so Patrick got back to me.
Patrick from Uncle Bill's
From Uncle Bill,
down in the
Patrick
first
O'Hara.
row behind the on deck circle.
He apparently someone told him, said he had a bourbon burn. And he said today was the first day he got to the beach and he got fried.
He sure did. He sure did.
He's glowing. Hey, you what, if they have a power outage down in Ocean City, all you got to do is look for his red face. Check out that red. Phillies red.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and that one just missed. Ferguson thought he had it. Diaz did too. It's 3-2.
Tell you what, you pour some pancake batter on his face, it'd cook up pretty quick.
It might cook up pretty quick. Swing and a miss. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Reactions to NFL Cutdown Day and more. Stick around for Birds Huddle tonight following Phillies postgame live presented by Toyota, the official automotive partner of the NFL.
Got to be down by 53 today, right?
Yes. Yes.
JT, 250 doubles.
Just stats. That was a good pitch. His average up to 266, 36 RBIs. The 7 RBIs he had in Kansas City were a big thing. 1-1.
Yeah, 7 RBIs and a win. That is great stuff. And he needed it. He really needed that.
Well, plus his older brother Tony was there watching too.
Tony threatening.
1-2. No, he always plays well, he said, when Tony's there.
Well,
that's what Tony says.
Fly him up here.
It was an easy jaunt from north of Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I bet it was. State champion wrestler.
Tony was an all-American in college.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Central Oklahoma, I believe.
Nope, never heard of it. Take your word for it.
1-2. Swing and a foul tip, and there are 2 outs. Brandon Marsh is coming up. Hey, listen, the Phils wrap up this series tomorrow with the Astros, and then the Braves are in town for 4. Last time the Phillies will face the Braves this year, so we can use all the support we can get. Come on out, get your tickets by going to Phillies.com. 4 straight night games, 2 nationally televised games on Saturday and Sunday. And now Brandon Marsh, who is 1 for 3. Slow curve, 0-1.
So what? 2 national games coming up?
Saturday and Sunday.
So we're not here?
You are, unless you choose to be as a fan. You and Patrick can go to the beach. Or at least have pancakes. 0-2.
I'd rather have pancakes than go to the beach.
Well, that's why I threw that in there. I was trying to give you another option.
You did give me an out.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love you.
0-2. Swing and a miss. He just struck out the side.
Sure did.
After allowing a run in the 7th, he strikes out the side in the 8th. We're going to the ninth. Tanner Banks is coming on to try to finish it off. Top of the 9th inning, the Phillies will bring Tanner Banks into the game. This is our Nissan call to the pen. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. Tanner Banks' numbers 51 games combined between the White Sox and the Phillies. Johan Rojas is in to play center field for the Phillies. Saw how much that helped out last night for the Phils. And Brandon Marsh moves from center field over to left field. Taking over for Austin Hayes out there. And as we go to the top of the 9th inning, it'll be Shea Whitcomb who will pinch hit for the Astros. He takes a slow breaking ball for strike 1. It's 0-1. Couple things. The Phillies are trying to pick up their 13th shutout of the year. Remember, they only had 4 shutouts all of last year. 0-2. The 13 shutouts would tie for the most in the major leagues if they're able to do it. Atlanta Braves, Seattle Mariners each have 13. Oh, 0-2. And Whitcomb takes upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Braves, by the way, have lengthened their lead to 4-0. Fly ball short right center field. Rojas is in. And he puts it away. 1 out.
How about that play he made last night?
Unbelievable. Between that play and the Harper play, as we talked about in the open, Phillies wouldn't have walked it off at that moment if those guys didn't make those plays.
And you don't know how many more they would have scored.
Of course. Pena takes strike 1, 0-1. Pena's 0 for 3. 0 for 7 in the series. Phillies have held Alvarez in check. He's got 2 hits in the series so far. So him looking on. Bouncer out to second base. Stott is up with it. That's a room service hot for the second out. 2 away here in the 9th inning. Zach DeCenzo is going to pinch hit for the Astros. Phillies Postgame Live is coming up after this one is over with. Presented by Cure Auto Insurance.
Presents Postgame Live.
That's right. 0-1.
My favorite time of the night.
You're going to have a lot to talk about, though, tonight.
Aaron Nola.
Yeah.
Nick Castellanos.
Yeah.
Let's go home.
Ground ball to first. Diving stop by Harper. Scrambles to his feet. Touches the bag, and the ball game is over. 13 shutouts this year for the Phils. They win it by a final score of 5-0. Rob Thompson's team has now won 4 consecutive ball games. They've steadied the ship in the last week of August. Boy, he's really scrambled well in this series, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, he's a great athlete, and great athletes can make those plays and make a seamless transition to first base.
Well, the Phillies have now won 30 consecutive games when their starting pitcher goes 7 innings or more. They're now 30-1. They lost their first game of the year when that happened, and they're now 30-1. Toyota Camry turning point of the game. Well, offensively, it's got to be the Castellanos home run.
Yeah, without question. Verlander got a breaking ball that didn't get down and away where Diaz wanted it, and Nick deposited it in the left field bleachers for a 3-run homer. They scored one earlier in that inning, and basically that was all the scoring the Phillies needed because Aaron Nola was dynamite. That's our Toyota turning point of the game.
Yeah, then Aaron took it from there. I mean, he was dominant tonight. He's been dominant in his career against the Houston Astros, and there's all smiles again in that Phillies dugout as the Phillies win their 78th game of the year. They keep on winning. It's not going to matter what the Atlanta Braves do. You don't have to worry about that. Nola is now 12-6 after the victory tonight. His ERA is dropped down to about 3.3. I mean, his month of August, even though this is the first win he's picked up in August, he's pitched really well now his last 3 starts.
Yeah, he certainly has, and he was fantastic tonight. And although I just like the way he battled. He gave up some hits early. Altuve led off the game with the base hit, and Aaron just shut the door on him. And it's kind of like the way he's been pitching is kind of what you expect from Aaron.
Yeah, his 102nd win in a Phillies uniform, 102 wins in a Phillies uniform, gives him sole possession of 7th all-time on the Phils list. He breaks the tie with Curt Schilling. Nick Castellanos joins us down on the field. He had a big 3-run home run to help the cause tonight. Daycare's probably getting some water ready in the background. Nick, listen, congratulations on this win.
Thank you.
I guess first thing I want to ask you about, you've worked so hard to play every day and to produce this year.
Sure.
Give me an idea of what impact Kevin Long, Rafael Pena, Dustin Lind have had on your season this year.
Oh, just that they're willing to work and do and go along with any idea that I might have because it changes pretty consistently.
Yep. Nick's always so savvy when it comes to the headset.
He's a veteran.
We've lost about 7 this year, but not when Nick's got them on.
He's a veteran. He's a veteran. He knows how to hide that thing.
But yeah, those guys have really worked. It seem to have really worked hard while you've worked hard this year.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Correct.
And when you have coaches like that supporting you, does that make life a lot easier?
Well, I mean, what's the alternative, right? Coach that doesn't.
That is true. That is the only other alternative.
So, Nick, talk to us about Aaron Nola. He was fantastic tonight. What's it like when he's dealing like he was dealing, just be able to stand behind him and watch?
Well, I mean, it's not too much watching, just being ready to make a play. He's so calm and collected, and the bigger the moment, the more he settles in. And, all the faith in the world.
It's a long season.
Sure.
When you guys hit bumps in the road like you did as a team and you're able to start to come out of it, how gratifying is it to be able to put together this run that you have right now?
Well, huge, but I think the mentality is that whether we're going through a hard time or, things are going great, just to remain as consistent as possible. And for me, and, my message to everybody else that asks is just to, just don't fall short with your preparation and take every game as the only game that you have today, which is the truth. Just win today. That's it.
Well, you did that today. Hey, Nick, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Nick.
No doubt.
Great job.
Nick Castellanos, our guest. His 3-run home run helps the Phils to a 5-0 victory. We'll take a break. Live studio audience erupting. It's been a nice couple days here at Citizens Bank Park.